Hey y'all, hey, this is Anjanette Speaks, the real, the raw, and the inspiring. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You know, every Sunday at 8:30-ish, we are here and talking about any and everything. I don't have a topic today. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, changing my life, getting my life, being grown and adulting. I got my, look at him, my co-host. Yeah. Anyway, so thank you, Endure Entertainment. When you think of entertainment, think of Endure Entertainment. When you think of clean entertainment, think of Endure Entertainment. And when you think of Endure Entertainment, think of clean entertainment. So we are here. I'm in Atlanta, changing my life, doing grown folks things. I got engaged officially today. Woo! Yay! So let me tell y'all this. So I had a whole moment, right? I ain't really like took this all in. Y'all see my hotel? I really took this all in, right? About what's going on, what's happening, what's changing in my life, and all of that. And I don't know if y'all remember, but you can go back. I posted a video and I was in my car, and I was talking about how it's called "Don't Quit at the Pivot." And the reason why I did that was because there was some changes in my life that was happening. I don't like this glare in my glasses. Still there. There were some changes in my life that was happening, and I didn't know how to handle them. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where I was going, but I just knew that I didn't want to quit. And I had to identify a lot of things that was happening. I didn't know what was going on, and God was shifting my life. God was shifting my life, and I did not know it. I didn't know. I didn't realize it. I didn't know what God was doing, but I knew that He was doing something. And this whole getting engaged, this whole meeting this man, this whole family being complete, all this stuff, it's just, this was very unorthodox, very different. There were elements about the situation that um, I didn't share with people that were close to me. And sometimes you have to make decisions that are best for you that probably go against the grain in order for you to get the thing that you feel like or you believe that God is doing. And because I believe that God was blessing me with this man, and I believe that God was blessing my life, period. My life changed. And I want to say this, in that pivot, right? Don't quit at the pivot. The reason why when I did that message, the point of that was to still believe in God and still believe in the power of God and the changes that God is making in your life. Like when we are misplaced and we are displaced and things are all over the place, when you don't know why things are happening, God has a greater plan. And you have to remember that. I looked over my life and I didn't like my job. I didn't like my circumstances. I didn't like the relationship I was in. I didn't like nothing. This is a happy place. Yeah. I love it. I love it. I didn't like nothing. I was putting on the last day of our trip. This is the happy place. Nothing. I looked at myself in the mirror and I recognized who I was. I didn't see me anymore. I saw brokenness. I saw hurt. I saw everything but who I was. I did not recognize my own strength anymore. I was crying. I was depressed. I was struggling. And still, I didn't quit. I bent. I wanted to tap out, but I didn't bend. And I didn't quit. And I lost church family. And I lost friendships. And in that moment, when I went through that lonely place, that wilderness, um, I put people in position, and I'm very careful of what I do and how I move and what I say, what I share. Like that time frame was so lonely. And it let me see who was for me and who wasn't for me. It helped me to see like people that I don't even talk to every day made sure I was good, while people that I talk to every day didn't even check on me to say how you doing. Because people felt, whatever they felt, and people are entitled to feel how they want to feel. But I want to say that you have got to get in a mindset of I deserve better than this, and move in I deserve better than this. You don't have to put up with nothing that you don't want to for a job, for status, for nothing. But I trusted God. For first time in my entire life, I can honestly say I had no control over the situation. None. Okay? Because if I had control of it, I'd probably quit. I had no control over the situation. I had no control over the outcome. I had no control over the people involved. I had no control. God was in control. And because God was in control, and because He has my best interest at heart, I wasn't moving in my best interest. I was moving out of fear of being alone, fear of doing ministry by myself, fear of this, fear of that. I was moving in fear, holding on to things that I had no business. I should have let go a long time ago, but scared to be by myself. But now I'm not scared to be by myself. I'm moving in courageousness. I'm moving in wisdom. And it's just the thing that makes it go round. Faith in God. Faith in God. Not quitting when it gets rough, when things get tough. Not quitting. My whole life has changed in less than a year. August 10th of last year, this is only the 27th. August 10th of last year, I left a very toxic situation. Walked off, left. Stopped going to my church. Stopped talking to my pastors. The whole nine. I don't talk to nobody that go to that church no more. Because he stayed and I left. And because he was still there, I didn't talk to nobody. I walked away. By this time last year, I was in my car at a hotel or at my mother's house with no place to live. This year, I'm engaged to the love of my life, my soulmate, my best friend, my homeboy, my confidant. I'm moving to the place that I really love, that I feel like I deserve to live in. I'm able to take care of my family financially, mentally, emotionally, all of that. In less than a year, y'all. It's been a year and what? 17, 20 days, 10 days, 17 days. A year, 12 months. My life looks totally different. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't share my stuff. And let me just like insert this real quick because I posted something about being on social media and being private. Very few people know this some of the stuff that me and my fiance have been through. And I mean few. And I mean few. One, because I realized that every listening ear is not a confidential ear. Every listening ear has some listening ears have run the mouth. I don't share. Yes, I am an emotionally in a better place. I am. I am. And I want to tell you, like, because we are friends and you share your stuff with your friends and all that stuff, that's cool and great. But sometimes when you want to succeed and you want to do something, you have to be quiet. And you can't let everybody know your stuff. And you have to be very selective. If you want to go to school, it ain't about a relationship. I'm talking about going to school, write a book, stuff like that. If you want to do something and you really ready to do it, you have to be quiet about it. Be quiet about it. You don't have to be secretive, but start being private is an amazing thing. People know I got a man, but people don't know what's going on with me, my man. Very few people. know the ins and outs and our milestones and all of that. Very few people. And I did that on purpose. I found out about who is there for you when you're going through really tough times. I found out who disappears when things get hard, when something hurts, and who shows up when it's hurting. See, my thing is when we clapping and everything is good and Anjanette is on and we writing books and we doing and we there and we partying and da 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 da. That crowd right there, that's cool. But what happens when tragedy hits your life? Who is looking out for you when tragedy has hit your life? When unfortunate circumstances has hit your life, who can you pinpoint that's been there? Those are your friends. Those are your riders. Those are your fave five. Those that disappear, don't know really what to do, when when you in a sticky situation, they don't really that's more of associate. And those people, they don't get a private seat in your life. They get the public seat in your life. They know what you publicly say. They know what you'll publicly do. They know what you don't mind sharing. But when it comes to something deep, you want to look around and see the people that love you, that support you, that's been there for you, right? You want to look around at those people and you want to know that's my family. Who was getting me out the bed, calling me on the phone. You know what I'm saying? When I was down and, like Ingrid, my girl, shout out to my soulie, shout out to Janelle. Like, listen, it's been, yeah, listen, it's been a hard 3 years. And it was times I couldn't get out the bed. It was times that, I needed somebody to talk to. And me and Souley can just dump on each other. And I mean, we dump deep. We dump. And it don't go nowhere. I ain't got to worry. It don't go nowhere. That means something to me. When Janelle would follow the spirit of the Holy Spirit and that God would tell her to bust in my house and come in my room and make me get up out the bed, that means something to me. Lost my daddy on top of listen, girl, and listen, not that I forgot, but listen, I lost my daddy this year. I took care of my daddy. I lost my father this year. Tragedy hit my life again. Again. You look around and you see who's there. And you look around and see who's not. And you don't get mad, you don't get upset. It's okay. But you know who to share those deep, intimate things with, and who not. You just don't. You just have to understand that's life and how life goes. And everybody can't handle, tragedy. Some people are just not tragic people. You know what I mean? They're just not. And that's okay. But you want to know the people that deserve a seat in your life, the seat at the table, are the people that have been there for you in the tragic season. Those are the people that you hold near and dear to your heart. So, in saying that, I want to just recap because I'm kind of just talking all over the place, just sharing my heart. God has been good to me, and I was obedient to Him. My obedience was my sacrifice. When He told me to start broken and restored, and no matter what I did, that I needed to start, and I couldn't stop. I didn't understand. I didn't understand being homeless. I didn't understand not having an apartment. I didn't understand being misplaced. I didn't understand none of this. And the crazy thing is the timeline between me and this man and how my timeline and his match up is crazy. what he was doing and what he had going on 3 years ago versus a year ago versus now, 10 months ago, it's like it was leading us right to each other. But I had to be obedient to God, and God had to be the first in my life. He had to be the first in my heart. And that's how it ended up. He was the first in my heart, the first in my life, the love of my life. And from that grew my obedience, grew some consistency that I needed. And from that, I was able to take care of my father. I took care of my daddy. I took care of him. I wiped him. I cleaned him. I changed his diapers. I did all of that. And that man supported me through all of that. On the phone, crying all the time. He used to say, "Hey, that's your daddy. Tighten up. Hey, that's your daddy." Until I couldn't no more. It's okay. But you can't quit. So I don't know who this is for. You having a hard time. You gotta change some stuff in your life. Your life look like a whole bunch of papers just threw up in the air and they just landing where they may. The first thing you gotta do is be obedient to God. The second thing you have to do is not quit. And the third thing you have to do is believe that God is in control. Because He is. He is. And He knows what's best for you. He has plans with us of good and not of evil, not to do you harm, but for you to prosper and have a expected end, for you to prosper. Voila. That's it. That's all I gotta say. Cause honey, I got engaged tonight, honey. So I'm going to celebrate. We downstairs at the hotel. We at this nice hotel. Yes, Lord. Some things have to fall apart in order for things to fall, for life to come together. So I will see y'all next week. I love y'all. Thank you for watching. This has been another edition of Anjanette Speaks, the real, the raw, and the inspiring. Thank you to Endure Entertainment. When you think of entertainment, think of Endure Entertainment. When you think of clean entertainment, think of Endure Entertainment. When you think of Endure Entertainment, think of clean entertainment. We are Endure Entertainment. This has been Anjanette Speaks. We'll see you next week. Bye.